Hi everybody, Lanny back here. I am getting ready for my next little bowl project. I'm super excited about this one. I found this piece of wood here a while ago in the old burn pile. This is more of the mimosa that I have around the house. This is a nice thick piece. I was not able to get this on my other lathe. So I'm really excited to turn this into something beautiful. I hope, anyway. So we'll see. But I'll give you a closer look of what I'm working with here. This is a very buggy mimosa wood. It's been chewed up. I've been on the ground for a long time. All the bowls I've made out of this have a lot of character. Lots of grain, lots of color, lots of beauty. The insect tracks just add to it, in my opinion. So um, once I get this, once I'll bring you guys back around. We'll have a good close look at the piece of wood, and then I'm gonna get to turning on this thing. Probably in the morning. It's getting cold out here. We got things to do, but all right. So this piece, it measures about 12 inches from each corner. Measures about 9 inches side to side. As you can see, this is just, it's old. It's been sitting on the ground. All kinds of bug tracks, cool stuff. Like I said, this is mimosa wood, or a mimosa tree, and it has been cut down for a very long time. Super aged, super old. So I'm gonna get this thing put on and we're gonna get it turning. All right, I have this mounted on my worm screw on the lathe. I have an idea of a shape I think I'm going to work on. Kind of a sort of a flat, longer base, maybe a nice stealthy little foot on it, and then a decent kind of just the sides. It's hard to do on video. Just kind of tapered into each other, kind of like this. Not a huge taper, but a nice just straight upward taper. That's what I think I want to try to do with this. So, like I said, I've got it on my worm screw. I've got my tailstock in place, but not my tailstock. I am going to bring this up though for a little bit, just for my safety, just in case. Whoop, let's see. I've moved that in just a little bit more. All right, just, I don't know, makes me feel better. So I have a 5/8 bowl gouge. Make sure we're not hitting the rest. Coming on by. Go ahead and bring that. We'll use this. This has been fairly freshly sharpened, so let's see how good I did. So I'm just going to kind of try to work through here, try to maybe get this round before I work on the actual shape. So let's see what kind of RPMs we get. I know when I checked it at first, I was getting around 4, that's 3. Starts to get pretty wobbly right around 400 RPMs. So it's fine. We're gonna come in here, nice and easy, nice small cuts, big bowl gouge. flattening, smoothing out. Maybe I can get a little more speed on it. I haven't taken many edges off, but just a little bit. Maybe that'll help out some. We'll see. $420 RPMs. Alright, real rough cuts, but we got no speed. May sharpen here in a minute, but I'm going to rough out a little more, try to get this just a wee bit flatter. Maybe I'll even be able to take this tailstock away and flatten all the way down to that center. Not quite there yet, but I'm going to keep it going. Alright, that's a bit too far out there, don't like that, so and cutting a lot into this side. Ain't quite getting that side yet, so really off balance. Continue on, move this rest around a little bit. Got a new edge on, kind of new at sharpening, so edges probably aren't really perfect, but learn, getting used to it. But let's see how it does. Alright, cutting much better after the sharpen. I had something colorful come out and hit me, and so I wanted to see if I ran through some bugs. Looks like maybe I found whatever that was. Maybe right there. But as it stands, I'm starting to get around. A big old tree branch knot right there. I love that. Bark inclusion, it looks like under there. My helper right there.
it was getting real dusty. So I'm getting this close-ish to a round. So let's see what happens. Alright, so if I look down on this, this is somewhat of the shape I envision. I know. So little foot here, kind of rounded along this edge, and then a nice clean sweep going down this way. So it should be really neat if I can get this to work the way it works in my mind. Hopefully this knotted branch will stay here. That's a lot of bark including. I know it goes down far, but if I can, I don't know, I'm gonna figure that out as I go. So, still pretty wobbly. There's about 6. That's 6 tailing. I think this spot here is a super rough spot. Seems to be using this carbide almost feels a little dull after a little time going around that. So either this piece in general is just generally really hard, or it's just the age of how dry and hard all that wonderful stuff it is. So big old bug right there. Big knot right there. That's probably going to come off. We may leave that edge like that. That's going to be okay. Because it's not going to hold soup or anything. Nothing small. So oh, that guy went real deep in there after I touched him in the I'm put my flat bit on here. I'm gonna see about putting quick little thing. I don't think we're there yet. Gonna put a pin in on that. Take more of that down and we'll just shorten it down some more. Alright, it looks like down there I can get a solid wood for my tenon. So I'm going to re-mark a size for that. I actually kind of like where that foot looks, so. So maybe we'll keep this short like that. See if we can keep the shape at all. It might be really hard. So I could do internal on this. Let's see what it. Let me see what that might be. Let's see. I got a 1/2 inch bolt edge. Now, let me just go back to what I was doing. Kind of comfortable with all of that. So, this down one. So, I'm going to switch. Go to my 1/2 inch bolt edge. Darn it. We're through that. Take this outside down one more. I think at this point, if I can keep a foot on this thing, it'll be a miracle. So we try to put a little bit better foot on that, something that my jaws can grip. This whole thing's soft, so everything's going to be done with a real light touch. So I'm just going to smooth this down more, get a better foot, maybe put a little detail down there, and then something that the jaws can grip. I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen down there. Break that off, I know I won't have a little swoop in the hole right there. Let me adjust this a little bit. Make the foot just a little wider, I think. I like the size of that foot. I'm gonna dovetail that down a little bit farther than that. I'm gonna round this and then I'm gonna start hollowing it. So I want to stop this. I want to kind of get an idea. I see how my foot can be kind of tenon. Got a flat spot right there for the shoulder for everything to sit on. Everything there looks fine. Some of these cuts look real nice, some look pretty tore out. I'll deal with that here in a second, but I think I'm going to dish this in just a little bit. As you can see, that's kind of wobbled the cove there. I want this to sit on the edge of the foot, so there we go. I think that'll make all of that sit on that edge. I'm gonna make it go down just a little bit more. Alright, that's better. I'm gonna put a little detail down there with that. Let's see. No. You know what? How about? Excuse me. just a little detail. The foot area. Let me come up here, see about rounding this off a little more. Not quite what I want. I want to bring that out more. Grab the 1/2 inch ball gouge. Alright, see if we can get some nice cuts. We got a little bit of torn grain, I think, right there. So I'm going to try to come around this corner. Much better. Still some torn out grain, or lifted grain, right in that area. So, I'm try to get this curve a little bit more pleasing. I keep debating on taking this flat spot out, but I'm going to leave it there because I like the size of what's going on. And there's a lot of other stuff that's probably either going to go wrong or come apart or yada yada yada. So I'm going to do some sanding on this, and then I'm going to flip over to the outboard side, get some hollowing done. sanded up to 300. And throw some isopropyl alcohol in here. And throw a quick coat of shellac. Original, that'll be my first coat on the outside of this.
I'll let all this soak in. I'm gonna give it a little while. Probably till the morning. Let this dry up and see what it looks like. After that, I may take and sand this down a little bit. Get a nice little surface. I may put a little something else on it. I'm not sure yet. Not even sure if the whole thing's coming together yet. It looks like I might be able to get it. I hope I'm going to be able to turn the inside of this without it exploding on me or breaking apart. So, you know, looking at these cracks and some of the things that might happen, you never know. So I'm gonna let this, I'm gonna let this soak in, cure up.
Hey, thank you so much for making it this far into this video. To give you guys a little bit of what's happening, this is the first time I am trying to do any kind of voiceover stuff. I'm trying to string some programs together to make a decent video because, well, I'm new at this, and sometimes living and learning is how you make things happen. So I work in a metal garage. It's very noisy in there at the moment. It's cold, it's wintertime, it's raining, and I didn't check any audio after I started recording. So the audio in these last parts of these videos is completely unusable. So, well, I'm going to try to explain to you my thoughts as I'm going through these things right here. So, what I'm doing right here is I didn't really like the tenon design that I was working on here. I was researching some things, and I really decided that I wanted to do kind of like a mortise tenon combination. I want to hold it from the inside, but I want to keep that kind of tenon foot thing going on. I like that design. So, I really like this thing. You can see there's a little try to just hollow out that inside just a little bit. Give it a little bit of contour so that I can hold it inside of my chuck without having to worry about, you know, things coming out and whatnot. So grab my 3/8 bowl gouge, gonna start hollowing out the inside here, and that's what's going on. So as I'm getting into it, I'm a new turner, so a lot of this goes really slow for me, and the process can be just slow. So with that being said, so right here, working out that middle, checking it out, I grab a skew so I can put a dovetail there on the inside of that mortise, so I've got a good hold, and then I can get a good flat spot where the jaws are going to connect to the bottom of the bowl, or sit against the bottom of the bowl. Doing a little flattening right there on the bottom. I grabbed that skew again to put a little detail in the bottom of that foot, and then I didn't like at all the design, so I took it back off. So I wanted to put some detail there, so I grabbed my detail gouge, and I'm going to put a little bit of something in there that I like a little better. The V-cuts from the skew just really weren't clean enough for what I wanted in the bottom of it. So I like that rounded detail gouge. It really helps. I like the lines it puts in. I like, yeah, I really like that detail gouge. I seem to be able to do some good work with it. Kind of like drawing with a pencil and taking your stuff out, really. Even though I can't draw worth a darn. So I think I've got everything I like, so I'm going to get this thing flipped around, I do believe, at this point, and then, oh, scratch that, I had to sand a little bit, forgot. So yeah, I'm sanding it down here. I had already put on a real nice thick coat of shellac onto the outside of this. So there we go, we got her flipped around now. And I get my drive spur, or my drive center taken, my worm screw, get that taken out. So right here, I really wanted to explain to everybody that I'm slightly worried. I wanted to show everybody the bug tracks, the character, the look, the grain of the bowl. But you can see this big knot right here, big crack growing on through there. And there's another one a little bit on the outside. And that cracks. What I'm worried about is just it's going to be air. It's going to be possibly a small catch. Here's that other big crack that I was talking about. So yeah, I don't know if this was a good idea to turn, but it just so happened to work out in my favor. So lucky me. But I was taking it very slow through this whole process because those two parts definitely worried me. Got my 1/2-inch bowl gouge. Looks like I fairly freshly sharpened that. Working on my profile, my design, getting those just sharpened to a real proper, just getting them sharpened properly. It's very interesting because I don't know if you can see it, but the edges seem to be pretty jagged. I'm using a 160 grit CBN wheel. But it doesn't seem to get a fine grind. These are very cheap tools bought from Amazon, and I just wonder if maybe they're not as hard as they could be, and maybe that's part of my grinding issue, or maybe I just have the wrong CBN wheel. But if so, I'll have to just figure out how to work through that. I got some hand sharpening stuff. I was doing that for a little while. But as you can see, hollowing is going fairly well for me. The gouge is staying sharp for me. I haven't had any catches, no weirdness. I don't work particularly fast when hollowing out. You can see I move my wrist around all the time, trying to kind of get comfortable. I'm only, I think I'm just coming up at about 6 months into my turning journey, if you will, and so I still, I'm really uncomfortable, not uncomfortable, I'm still getting comfortable with my tools, with my heights, with everything that's happening. So right here I'm measuring the pole, checking out my sidewalls. I know I'm going to leave it a little thick. I'm going to leave it just a touch thick on the bottom. Here I switched out to my 9mm little hollower, carbide hollower from Define. I love this tool. I roll it for a little bit of a negative rake to get a little more of a cut inside of here. These things work great. This is my go-to to finish up and clean up when I feel like the gouge is just too aggressive for me. So cleaning it up, doing all that. I think right there you can see parts of the lip had broke off. I lost part of that knot, part of the big crack on the other side. It had a little bit of a come apart, so I lost two little pieces. Here I'm putting some more of my shellac sanding sealer in there. I'm putting it on just absolutely thick. I want it to soak into these bug holes and just get in there. It's soaking this up almost as fast as I'm putting it on there. And I want it to stay nice for quite a while. So I can't really hit it with anything else after this. I want to kind of hit it with some 4.0 steel wool, but I really can't because it's really crabby. It just kind of grabs it, flings it out of my hand. Give you a little on the lathe closer look. Everything's looking pretty good. You can see how fast that finish went on the inside. You can see all these bug tracks. I didn't, yeah, right there, didn't get my finish on in there. I finished that later on. I didn't quite get the shape that I wanted. You can see right here where I rolled over that lip didn't quite turn out as well as that part did. But it is done. It's just kind of a catch-all piece for some stuff around the house. And thank you. Thank you all for watching. I had a lot of fun doing this. This is an awesome journey for me, and I appreciate each and every one.